In this video, I'll tell you about the harsh and brutally honest reality of actually making $10,000 per month online. And everyone else in the online space isn't telling you this, Everyone is just like pushing you to just like this business model that I have and this thing that I offer to you, and like just do this and you'll get to 10K a month, and getting to 10K a month will change your life completely. And you probably think that as well, and I used to do that myself. I was like, if I can just get to 10K a month, I'm gonna be set for life. Everything's gonna be fine. I'll get the car I want. I'll get the apartment I want. I'll be able to travel. I'll have like all the things I want if I can just get to this number. And I got there. And in this video, I'll explain to you like what's actually gonna happen when you get there. And the number one, like kind of the wrong way of thinking that you're probably doing right now. Because like everyone is telling you this. So, like, I'm not blaming you for thinking this way, but it's like this one way that you're thinking about it in the wrong way because of what you've been told and because your beliefs that you have. And like there's this one thing that's gonna hold you back when you get to 10K a month and just make your life very, very kind of shitty, Like you're gonna be very disappointed when you get there unless you understand what I'll explain to you. So the first thing you need to understand is like when you lock in, when you're trying to get to 10K a month, you're locking in, you're putting in like maybe 6 months or like 1 year of like just committing to just working, and whatever type of business model you want to get into, you just decide to like, I'm not gonna see a lot of friends, I'm not gonna hang out with women, I'm not gonna like travel as much, I'm not gonna go out as much, I'm just gonna like sit in with my computer and like grind until I get to my first 10K a month. That's at least how I did it. I just like decided to lock in, eliminate a lot of distractions, and just committed to achieve my goal. And when you're in that mode, you're in like a very driven, like high output state, where you're just like showing up, you're dialing your habits, you're waking up at the right time, you're grinding, you're outside of your comfort zone, you're doing new stuff, and like you're making a shit ton of progress, you're growing a lot. And I remember this was me around like 2 years ago when I was getting into remote high ticket sales, which is what I've been doing now, where I started actually making my first, well, not my first, but I started making my like most consistent 10K a month and actually making that in profit as well, was with remote sales. And what happened is like I was just locking in and I was getting calls reviewed every single day. I was getting feedback from my mentors and I was growing a lot and I was improving a lot, and all that, like I went from like making literally no money at all to making my first 10K a month very, very quickly because I was just like so locked in and my entire life was just focused on one thing. And I think that's a good thing to do. I think if you're not making the money you want to be making right now, you have to have a period of just like locking in, going all in and like scaling to the goal that you have. But what tends to happen, like the thing that happened when I got to my first 10K a month, and what I see a lot of other people do as well, is like you get to a point where you're starting to make money online, you're starting to be able to do the things you want, you get your apartment that you want to live in, you're making money so you're comfortable, like you don't have that like I have to make money tomorrow or else I'll be on the street, like you don't have that like I have to make this work, Start getting a bit comfortable. And maybe if you never had that before, if you never like actually made really good money online before, if you never had that freedom before, what I think is the biggest pitfall a lot of people fall into is they get very comfortable. I know for myself, I got very comfortable because I never had that before. So when I started making that money and I was like, shit, I have money in my bank account, I have the place I want to live in, I have a comfortable lifestyle, I can do what I want. I was like, what's the reason for pushing further? Like why do I have to scale to 20K a month or like 30K a month and work even harder to get to the next level? And I think that's probably one of the biggest like just reality checks and like one of the biggest obstacles people face is like getting to 10K a month. People are usually driven by like just like making it out of not like poverty, but like not being broke, not being the guy who can't afford dinner, or like not being able to move out of your parents' place, and like there's like these basic things that drive you to want to make change in the beginning of your life, And that makes sense, because you want to get out of a shitty situation. But then when you fix that, there's like the thing that's driven you to get to that point is no longer there, and like the thing that's been driving you to commit and work hard and be outside of your comfort zone and all that stuff, all of a sudden it's no longer there because you already kind of solved that problem, if that makes sense. You're no longer in that shitty situation that you were in. And then the question becomes like, how do we get to the next level? What's gonna drive you to get to the next level? And I think that question right there is probably the biggest challenge that you're gonna face when you start actually making money online. Because if you get into something like remote sales, like my honest opinion is making your first $10,000 per month online in remote sales isn't that hard. It's gonna take hard work, it's gonna take commitment, it's gonna take you being consistent. But if you can just like put in a couple hours every single day, if you're willing, if you have the drive to get out of the situation that you're in right now, if you're not happy with the money that you're making, or not happy with living with your parents, or like not being able to go out on dinners or whatever it is, that's gonna be enough of a drive in most cases to just like commit to learning the skill, getting into business, and then being able to actually start making money online by just doing that. So then the question is like, because I believe that anyone with just a bit of a drive, a bit of consistency, and a bit of like commitment can make that happen 100%, get to 5 to 10K per month with remote sales. But then the question is, when you get there, like how do we get to the next level? So if you're starting off from scratch, like what you need to do is just like commit to getting to your first 5 to 10K per month, and just like use whatever motivation that you have right now to get to the first level of actually starting to make some money online, and just like use whatever negative thing that you want to get away from, use that as your drive to make change and actually start making money online. But then when you start making money online, you will realize, okay, I need a new motivation, I need something else. And then it comes more into like your passion, what you actually enjoy doing, and it's a very different position to be in as well, because at that point you already started making, like you have money, so you're good, like you don't have to be grinding your ass off to like not hate your life, And then you're also in more a position where you have more opportunities as well, because especially if you're doing remote sales, you'll be able to get to know business owners, get to know and make connections in the space. Like I've made a huge amount of connections and have a way more valuable network I have right now, with more business opportunities for me to go into than I had before. So there's more opportunities, there's more options to do for you. And then there's more like you come at it from a more like an abundance and like mindset, where instead of just, okay, I have to make money right now to get out of this shitty situation, it's more like, okay, what do I actually want to do? What's the thing I'm gonna be passionate with? What's the thing that's gonna be something that I want to do like every single day for maybe the rest of my life, or for the next like 5 to 10 years, to get to 100K per month, or like even scale into like $1 million per month, depending on like how far you want to go. It's a very different position. And that's kind of where I've gotten to right now, where it's like the next thing for me right now is like sharing my journey and sharing the stuff that was really valuable for me. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, I would have wanted someone to tell me what I'm telling you watching this right now, and have someone show me like the only path to building wealth isn't by starting a business. You can start by working for someone in remote sales, and it's usually a better path to take, because you can learn skills, stack capital, and start creating the life that you want. And it's gonna allow you to explore even faster, so you can see what you want, see what you don't want, and be able to get into this position that I'm in right now, where you have the capital and you have the way of, like, you have a more kind of you have more freedom to pick what you want to do. Instead of just having to pick something to make money tomorrow, you can actually like sit down and like, okay, analyze, I have capital, I'm good, like I have savings, things like that. Let's look around and see what I actually want to be committing my time to, what I'm actually passionate about, And that's a very different position to look at it from. And I don't have the answer yet. I haven't figured out 100% what I'm going to commit to doing, but I enjoy content creation and like sharing my journey and helping people that are like 1-2 steps behind what I've achieved, to provide value to them. So that's something I'm going to keep doing for sure. And the rest is like kind of up to experimentation. That's what I want to like tell you about in this video as well, is if you can just get to that first 5 to 10K per month online, then you open yourself up to be able to actually find what your passion is. Start discovering and just opening yourself up. Maybe you like, I don't know, like cooking, or you want to be like a travel vlogger, or you want to be like, you want to start doing music, whatever it is, you can open yourself up so much more when you're not stressed about having to make money today, tomorrow, and especially also when you're doing it remotely, because none of this stuff is really possible either if you're working an in-person job. Even if you're making 10K per month, if you're in an office and you're working like 12 hours per day, you're going to be so locked in with that, so you're not going to be able to have the freedom to actually explore and figure out what you want to do. So you need to get into something where you have the ability to make a lot of money, so you can actually free up and have financial freedom. Also be able to do it from wherever, and also do something that's gonna allow you to like not be locked in for like all your time, So you want to have time to actually be able to think and like discover your passions and all that stuff. And that's what remote sales allow me to do. So that's a reflection for you guys, and I'm gonna keep documenting this journey and like showing you guys what I come up with and things that I learn. And throughout now, it's like really enjoy is making videos like this, sharing my journey, helping guys also inside of my community, helping guys with basically doing the exact thing that I did, get into remote sales, making their first 5K per month online, giving them the freedom and getting them to a position where they can actually start finding their passions themselves when they freed up their like finances, So if you're interested in that, if you want to get my help, get my coaching, you can join the community down below in the description. It's currently $99 per month, that's it, to join, and you will get all the coaching, and the training, the blueprint, opportunities, everything you need to actually start making money with remote sales. And yeah, that's it. So that's all I want to share with you in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you found kind of value in this more like reflection style video. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the future videos, because they're gonna keep coming every single freaking day. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for watching. Ciao.